E45, sorry. Britain, the last outpost.
Yeah. Benjo, how you doing? I'm B.
I'm Benjo.
Benjo, we're skipping a few here that were basically recaps of all of season 1.
Yeah.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Let's
get caught up.
Yeah, you look festive.
I am festive.
I love your love for Christmas.
Christmas coming up. I mean, great holiday.
Yeah.
Wow, it's fantastic.
Oh my gosh, do I have to listen to this the whole time? No, we're not doing. People are gonna think you're like some weird Trump guy.
No, I'm just joking around, bro.
I'm joking. Benjo. Anyway, we just did our jump ahead time capsule episode. That was fun.
Well, don't tell them about it.
Well, it won't happen for 10 years.
It was supposed to just be like a surprise.
It will be.
Well,
nobody will know when it was, you know. All you millions of listeners, don't spoil it for everybody, okay? Right?
But, so, let's see, we just hired Ryan Silverfield.
All right. We just did.
Yeah, but they're not going to know about that until 10 years later, so it's not even going to really matter.
It'll be fun time capsule.
Well, we already, last thing, we're beating Louisville by, it's 19 last
19, 18.
In basketball.
Excuse me.
That's going pretty good.
Yeah, it's going well. We're going to finish this and go watch the end of it.
Yeah, there's probably going to be like 6 or 7 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Benjo, so this is just kind of where are we now that Rome is left, right? Mm-hmm. Britain still had influence was being influenced from the continent, even though Rome had left. Where Rome was like a trading partner, connected them with the Roman Empire in Europe. But even though Rome left, they were still interacting and had contact. You know?
Yeah. No.
I mean, it's not like they just became complete nincompoops. I mean, law and order broke down, and organization and engineering and governance, but they still had some idea at that point. Some people might have thought that Rome was just leaving temporarily and we're coming back, but that wasn't to be the case. But Christianity, which was Rome's official religion, continued to spread in Britain. One thing that I found odd was Jamie says that, or at least it was odd to me, was that Romanized Britain remained strongest after the pullout in Wales. Over here, in Wales, which since the dawn of time has really been the holdout for hardcore British culture. But maybe what that meant was that the people that were Romanized, when the Anglo-Saxons and the Jutes eventually came over from Germany, maybe they just pushed the Brits into native Rome territory in Wales. But Wales was always resistant to change. But in this case, maybe they became what we call strange bedfellows, you know. Ayo.
Kind of sus.
But anyway, Gildas, who was a British monk who lived in Gildas was a British monk who lived in the 5th century, who wrote extensively about the history of the Britons before and after the Anglo-Saxon invasion.
Wait, were Saxon invaders named for their swords?
They were.
And the socks?
That's the Sax was their name of their sword. The Sax.
Okay, sorry. Wait, were they also good at sea?
Yeah, they were seafaring people.
And were they from North German plain?
They were.
I mean, it's just like
they were. It's like
it comes natural to me.
It's like you reviewed this episode.
I see it right there and just grab it.
You do. Oh my gosh, you do.
Wait, I see
That's
some
so true.
right there. Saxons may have attempted invasion as early as 408.
Yeah, and the basically in that one, if that happened, the Britons were defending against the invasion by themselves because Rome had abandoned them. That was in there like, yeah, this isn't working out. But anyway, Gildas, that British monk, he wrote about possibly maybe the last Romanized Briton leader, a guy named Ambrosius Aurelianus. That he had stuck around and tried to defend against the Anglo-Saxon invasion. The Roman army had been, the Roman legions and collective armies had been larger in between 40 AD and 400 AD than they were in like 1100.
Yeah.
So they basically.
And I think you worded it wrong over there. Wouldn't it be between 400 AD and 40 AD, because 400 AD was before 40 AD?
That's BC.
Oh.
Yeah. That if I was talking about BC, that is what I would have said. Yeah, AD. But anyway, Benjo.
Well, then you should have just.
I should have said agree. No, AD. Between 40 and 400. But Benjamin, my point is that Rome, again, we're kind of rehashing this, but Rome was so ahead of its time. They were so sophisticated, so organized, so cultured,
like
so much like your room right now. Bobby up top on that one.
Bobby up top.
Yeah.
Get out.
But anyway, when they left, there was kind of in some way this vacuum of knowledge and structure and governance and engineering. But Rome they had even left defensive structures that basically the native Britons and then subsequently the Anglo-Saxon invaders, which we'll be talking about for many years to come, used those defensive Roman structures that had been built over almost 400 years as like shelters and little forts that they made their own. And after that pullout, there may have been this rise because there was no stronger, even semi-central government. There was a rise in like war chiefs. Little war chiefs leading strong men, leading bands of, can you imagine anarchy? Jamie goes into great detail about like, what if all our technology that we have now, which is certainly more advanced than they would have had, even though the Romans were advanced, but the technology we have now. So maybe it's not a perfect analogy, but what if we lost all our technology? Do you ever think about that? You watch movies about like end times and technology being lost.
I actually have thought about that before. I was like, I feel like I would just die.
No. You would
No,
hustle and grind.
I don't mean it was just like a metaphor.
You would hustle and you would grind, but it would take us hundreds and.
Wait, but did you see like the metaphor I was using?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it would take us hundreds of years to, at this point, maybe somebody remembered the technology we have. Anyway, he goes into great detail about that. It's a good point.
We would be missing like Einstein, like revolutionary guys who had impacted all the technology.
Right. But you'd have to do your best. Like the movie Yesterday. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody knew about the Beatles, also having to do with Britain. But only a handful of people in the world remembered the Beatles.
3.
Yeah.
Remember, it was just the Indian guy and then the two.
Was it 2 people?
Yeah.
So they were the only ones that remembered it. So they had to try to piece it together. So what if that happened? You'd have to piece together.
He did do that. But it was by himself.
Right. But I'm talking about like a whole larger technology.
Yeah, you're right. That would be hard.
I'm just kind of giving you a comparison as to what I'm talking about. Gotta go. But Wales, we're going to go back and talk about Wales a little bit.
It was mostly Christian. Right?
Yeah, because they again that maybe that's why they were known as having retained the largest Romanized Britain.
And it was probably
presence.
More like Germanic, like the German Britain was mostly pagans until St. Augustine, and at least the kings were like.
Right, at least the kings were mostly pagan. Yeah. And by Germanic Romans, what are we talking about? The Germanic Britons, what are we talking about?
The Germanic Britons, like the German Britons.
Right, Anglo-Saxons.
Yeah.
Those are the Germanic tribes. Think about it. If you go back far enough, Benjo, all of them are related, whether they're the Gauls, the Franks, the Celts, the Germans, the Scandinavians, the Danes, the Swedes, the Finland, but the Danes and the Norwegians, even the Slavs, for the most part, they're all from a general tribe. You know what I mean? The Gauls.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You are, but some during what we're going to be talking about, during this process that we're going to be talking about, the Anglo-Saxon invasion, either you think it's an invasion or a slow shift of migrants, or somewhere in between. Some from down here in South England fled and went to Brittany on the northern coast of France. Hence the name Brittany. Around this time in the 5th century, from Britons came to Brittany.
Are you saying all Brittany's are?
No, but there's a large, not anymore, but at one point it was
Britney Spears Brittany?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Well, it was just the only Brittany I could think of.
Only Brittany you could think of?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the people, Brittany. The region, Brittany in
so
France.
we weren't talking about the name.
Get out of town.
Well, I actually thought we were talking about the
No.
You said that hence the name Brittany.
Yes, because people from Britain went to this area down here that's off the map in northern France, and they retained British culture.
So you were talking about.
She just happened to be named Brittany. Quit being goofy.
I'm not. I'm actually just curious.
Just please, for their sake.
For our two subscribers.
Yeah. But they talk about like towns being basically emptied out, right? And they were abandoned. Talk about York up here in the north. York was where Constantine was crowned. Constantine the Great, Constantinopolis. I mean, it was a big deal to Roman Britain.
Istanbul or Constantinople? Was it Istanbul or Constantinople? Istanbul? That was good.
But like York, Aboricum was what it was called at the time. You remember that from Last Kingdom? I mean, it was it was the capital of the north of what we would now consider England. Not necessarily Britain, because you had all this in Scotland up there. But in terms of what had been Roman controlled, and it was essentially abandoned. I mean, like a major city was abandoned. Did you think I was about to hit you with the stick?
Wait, I didn't flinch?
No. Anyway, Benja, that's all I got for today. Next one, we're going to really get back into more of the storytelling and the chronological storytelling.
Well,
and then after that...
This episode, was it, like, did he make it on Mother's Day of 2012?
He did. The next one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The next one, yes. Yes, he did.
No, I just assumed he did.
You did. Well, anyway, Benjo, it was a short one. We're going to go back and watch our basketball game.
Yeah.
It was great. Hey, shout out to Cole Kabbalah.
It's always, I thought we were just doing that on the, like, flashback videos.
Oh, really?
I thought that's what you said, but you meant every single video.
Yeah, every single video.
Okay.
Every single video.
As always, it's been a pleasure being here with y'all. I mean, look at our great audience.
Oh, my gosh.
Shout out to all the Knicks watching, all the Joshes watching, all the Thomases watching.
Shout out.
But yeah, it's great being here with y'all, especially you.
Yeah.
And
yeah, dog. We'll see you next time.
Don't believe